this scent with Elizabeth Arden was such an amazingly rewarding experience for me.
Let me introduce our presenter. I'm privileged to say that I had her daughter in a particular AUC class last year, and she is also a student that has had, well, when it was called Bar 210, now she's in Bar 310. Her mother is an alumna of the University of Hartford. She's got a very distinguished career in cosmetics marketing. I'm really impressed at the quality of the companies that she's been affiliated with in executive roles. How about Lancôme how about Estee Lauder, Lancôme of L'Oreal, okay, how about Revlon, okay, and today she is a senior vice president or executive vice president, as the script reads, of Elizabeth Arden. She has an associate, a professional associate with her, and she will take care of the introduction of that individual. Those of you who have interest in marketing and management, I think it's your time. And without further ado, let me introduce Ms. Elizabeth Park.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction. I'm really excited to be here because I think about when I was sitting there, I never really thought I'd ever be standing here. So for me, this is kind of a special thing, and of course, having my daughter here is even more special. Some ideas on how to market yourselves over the next 2 years and get ready to get out there and put together a kick-ass resume. So let me begin with basically what is marketing. I also want to then take you through 3 different types of marketing concepts. Basically from concept, which is the idea, to counter, which is when you get it to launch. One is a celebrity launch that we did for Mariah Carey. One is a designer launch that we did for Juicy Couture. And one is what we call an owned brand, which is a pretty fragrance, and it's an Elizabeth Arden brand. What we do at Elizabeth Arden is we have an aggregate of functions that are involved in moving goods from the producer of those goods to the consumer of those goods. And basically that means that we come up with ideas, we come up with programs, we ship them to the stores where we sell them. So basically the definition of marketing at Elizabeth Arden is from concept to counter. And I think that's an important thing to understand because that really is traditional marketing. And I started as an administrative assistant, and that was really the beginning of me getting on the track to marketing. I worked my tail off. One of the only beauty brands that can say they've been in business for 100 years. We're actually celebrating our 100-year anniversary this year. So I don't know how many companies can say they've been in business for 100 years, but now as of 2010, we can.
Here we have this huge brand, Elizabeth Arden. Everybody knows Elizabeth Arden, and we were nearing our 100th anniversary, and we said, what does this mean to us? What does this mean to the consumer? And we thought, let's take this opportunity and to really refresh our brand. So in the consumer's mind, as though some people may say, oh, it's my grandmother's brand, oh, my mother used it, how do we make it relevant and modern for today? So we've used our anniversary as to say we're going to look from the past as a way to sort of launch us into the future. And we created a new logo, which we added underneath our brand name, Established 1910, to really reinforce that credibility. So not only do we have TV and print advertising, we partnered with Meredith Corporation, which has magazines like More and Ladies Home Journal, and we did a digital and social media campaign. We're part of we're doing in-store sampling, we're doing sampling at different events, plus we have a national sweepstakes. So we're really touching consumers at multiple touch points and bringing this brand back to life.
Now, because at the end, when you get out of school, everyone else is getting out of school, not only here, but in the thousands and thousands of universities around the country, and they're all going to have the same purpose. They need to get a job. Know your audience. When you talk to people and you network with people, don't act like the kid that you act like when you talk to your friends during the weekend or your parents. Know who you're talking to and present yourself in a way that is mature and that gives you a level of expertise where people are interested in hearing what you say and might want to invite you back. And when I say that, I mean invite you back for an interview.
I must admit I didn't know much about Elizabeth Arden before your presentation, and I certainly know that we were privileged to have two marketing personnel that are at the absolute top of the game, and there's no surprise to me that you both are part of the senior management of Elizabeth Arden.